Hey guys, welcome to Play With No Hands Quick Look, and tonight we're looking at UFC 2009 Undisputed, and I'm Rob.
And I'm Alex.
And let's play the game.
Let's do this.
So let's jump into it. So the game came out last week, and for the past week we've been asked, is this game good? It is. It's a good game, but there's a bit of a dilemma. Is a really deep fighting game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it takes... It didn't pop up now because we've actually played the game. I've played the game a little while now. But there's about a 30-minute tutorial, if not more, that you really need to get into, and you really need to complete at least once in order to get at least a basic handle on the game.
If not more.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so let's say, like myself, I would play this game to really... have it, just have a few friends over and pop it in and stuff like that. Let's say I know how to play the game, my friend comes over and he has to do a 30-minute tutorial, and that kind of sucks. We just want to jump directly into a fight. And as it is, Alex has been playing the game for a week. This is my, I think my first real time, because the first time I only played the demo. So we'll see how, average Joe versus UFC expert over here, how it'll go. I kind of know the controls, but as far as like the actual UFC mixed martial arts stuff goes, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, so the game features all the real weight classes that you would see in the UFC. So lightweight, welterweight, middleweight, light heavyweight, all the way up to heavyweight. And obviously there's going to be a difference between fighters. Difference in gameplay depending on the fighter you choose, with lightweight being, obviously a more faster, but heavyweights being slower but able to drop more bombs and that type of thing. So for this purpose, we'll just do light heavyweight. Pretty much the standard main class that everyone watches. So the good thing about this game, right off the bat, you have all the fighters unlocked to begin with.
About 80 altogether, right?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit less than that, I think, actually. But they're all they're unlocked right from the beginning, which is really good.
Okay. And just to say, I do not watch UFC.
Yeah.
I'm more of a team sports kind of guy, but I have seen a few fights, and actually, from what I understand, this guy just won on Saturday.
He did. He beat Sugar Rashad Evans, who was previously undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. So it was his first defeat. So
do you know how to play him, or do you want to try it out?
Yeah, what's the difference really?
And what the hell? Okay, so I'm kickboxing and BJJ. What the hell is that?
So kickboxing is obviously you're good at kicking.
Okay.
BJJ is not what you're thinking. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh.
It basically means you're good at submission. You're on the ground still.
Okay.
But not in other ways, really.
And not another way.
Or in less. So I'm boxing and wrestling. So we could do that. I don't like him though, so I'm gonna be changing because I'm evil like that. I'm gonna go back to Anderson Silva.
Okay.
With my Muay Thai.
Yeah. Right. So as far as the presentation goes, let's say a few words about that.
Yeah, I mean they really nailed it. It really captures the essence of UFC. That is a real octagon, in fact.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, so Mike Goldberg, you're hearing right now, doing the tail of the tape. You're going to hear Joe Rogan, who you may know from Fear Factor, in fact.
Oh my God, that's true.
And that is Bruce Buffer, the veteran voice of the Octagon.
Do they do like Fear Factor type like intermissions where like he comes out with like a bowl of like scorpions and they have to eat them?
Well, Anderson is known as the Spider.
Oh. So it's kind of like I kind of see a connection here. It's like it's meant to be.
It is meant to be, really.
Okay.
So they do nail the presentation. The one aspect I have a little bit of a problem with is the fact that it is canned responses because, studio time costs a lot of money. So to have Bruce Buffer in there for another 30 seconds in order to alleviate the monotony would be something that's very painful to the UFC, who makes billions of dollars. But they all do. This is the way the real introduction is. Machida really does like bounce around like that. And if, as you'll probably see when I win, Anderson Silva does actually play the guitar, air guitar.
What we're trying to prove here that he's gonna win because he knows how to play the game, and I don't.
And this is not staged. If he beats me,
and those are fully motion captured breasts.
I hear they actually borrowed the physics engine from DOA, just for the breast physics.
But I think they toned it down just a few notches.
I actually think they toned it up. Is this what I hear?
Okay.
It's possible.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Let's tap gloves. All right.
Okay, how do you?
That's left on the D-pad. So D-pad does a whole bunch of like, yo, look at me, I'm taunting you, I feel badass.
I did it right on the. Okay, I guess because I'm facing.
Yeah. So let's. Okay. So yeah, tap gloves.
So does it give you like a bonus power?
No, it doesn't do anything.
Okay, let's. Okay, so it's as far as this goes, it's just tap buttons, and it is a game of like kind of chess. Not chess. Would you say rock paper scissors?
Yeah, it's rock paper scissors. So basic gameplay is square and we're using the PS3 version, so you just extrapolate for the 360. Square and triangle is your punches. X and circle will be your kicks. L1 and R2. L1 and L2 are used as modifiers. And your R1 and R2 are used for blocking. So submissions are used with the right thumbstick, and then the way to use a submission is to either rotate the thumbstick or mash the buttons, which leads me to a problem I have with this game, which is in the real UFC, anyone who's watched it knows that shit happens out of nowhere. Like people just start popping guys and they go down or they get submitted, and it just happens randomly. But being a video game, it has to be more predictable, which means that submissions suck in this game because you have to get the enemy down all the way to the bottom of his stamina, which it's not on the HUD right now, but there is a stamina bar in the background.
So what you're saying is like, let's say you take me down a submission, you wouldn't actually be able to submit me right away. There's a good chance I'd be able to escape it, right?
Yeah, and most fights don't end in submission, which is not necessarily true in the real UFC, which, the submission specialists will submit you.
Yeah. As far as the humping groundwork goes, which is always my favorite part of UFC.
Obviously.
You do use the right thumbstick to kind of like weave your way around the other player, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's the pretty basic stuff. Just to grab and so on. To do transitions, I should say, and in order to escape transitions, you push different movements on the thumbstick, different gestures will get you, either defending or doing reversals and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that was a pretty lame round, I'll say that.
Yeah. Actually, one cool thing I just want to mention, in the bottom left, you just saw the advertisement for the next UFC game, the next UFC fight. That's live because we're connected to the PlayStation 3 network, which is
the PSN.
The PSN, as they say, which is really cool because
it's free.
It's free. I'm actually talking about the UFC, not PSN.
Oh, okay.
But because they actually do it on Xbox Live as well, even Silver, which is free.
Okay. What really disgusts me about UFC is not this, but the ears. The
cauliflower ears?
The ears. And he has them.
The cauliflowers. Well, I mean, it's life on the streets. So life in the octagon streets with advertising. Could you imagine if the Harley Davidson logo was on the streets as you were driving by?
Yes.
I would love that.
Actually, they should do that. Give us more free healthcare and give us less taxes and put Harley Davidson marketing.
Yeah, so
the street.
So Anderson Silva is a Muay Thai fighter, and he's good in the clinch.
I don't know what I'm doing.
And you really can't escape the clinch. So going back to the theory that if you're new at this game, you'll have a hard time. Yeah, if Rob doesn't know how to escape the clinch, you won't have a good time in this game.
I'll be honest, the only thing I know how to do is press the face buttons to it's like because I play Street Fighter and
so he's rocked right now.
So I'm done.
So I'm gonna get on top of him and just beat the tar out of him. And notice how the referee doesn't get in. Why doesn't he get in? I'm knocking you.